We are back with Guilford County Board of Elections Director Charlie Collicutt. He's answering your questions about the post-election process. This person is asking, are the military overseas votes counted?
Yeah, so everything that came in through election day was counted, and then they're like the civilian ballots. We're going to count them. If they show up before November 12th at 5, they get counted, and they don't have to have the postmark like civilians do. But if they come in by the 12th, we count them.
Okay, this is a question that I answered on my Facebook page, and so I look forward to you answering it as well. Someone says, how is it possible for them to call the governor's race when there are still ballots to be counted?
That's a great question, and that gets into the role of me versus you all in the media. It's we don't call races. Us election officials, we don't call races. We certify results, and we don't certify till every single last ballot has been audited, accounted for, and counted. But what you see on TV with all this, and or candidates maybe declaring themselves the winner, is that they look at what is the spread between them and their opponent, and then they say, well, you know, looking at the data, we know there's X amount of ballots left for the Board of Elections to count. Well, I'm ahead of that, so there we go. And a candidate or the networks will do that, but we don't.
But you did see people give acceptance speeches here in North Carolina and really all over the nation, and you see that every single year, and that is because, like you said, the point spread is so big that no matter how many votes were actually out, if they all went for the person who didn't win, it still wouldn't make it anywhere close to the person there. Okay, it's a math equation there on that one.
It's math, yeah.
So this person is saying, if you voted early in person, why is that considered an absentee ballot?
Yeah, that goes back to the origins of how we got to early voting, and because it is voting not on election day, that it is voting away from your normal polling place, they lumped it in with the by mail process. So absentee and by mail and absentee early voting, or one stop in person is what it's called, are kind of cousins. But since it's not election day, it got thrown under the absentee umbrella.
Okay. This person is saying, is there anything that you're able to take from this election and apply it to the next election to be more efficient?
Yeah, and there is, and sometimes, well, what I've really learned in this election is that we have to really make sure that we're anticipating where volume changes are going to happen. I've been doing this for 17 years, and this was a major change. This election was unlike anything we'd ever seen before, and we really did a good job adapting to the crazy increase in by-mail balloting, an increase in early voting. But did we do it soon enough? Those are the kind of the things. It's how do we better anticipate these things and move on. But it's a great question because I am going to take so much time once we get this election done to sit down and say, what can we do better? That's a big one, just looking at metrics to figure out how to anticipate things differently.
I know we've heard from a lot of different people with a lot of different issues or problems, and they're wondering about things. And a lot of times the only thing I can tell them is call your Board of Elections office. Is your phone ringing off the hook? And is that still the best course of action for us to tell them?
It is that, or email us, but no, the phone's not ringing off the hook. It rang a lot on Wednesday, and once people understand that voter history is not immediately showing, that kind of helped a lot of people. But we that's what we do. I've got a great staff, and we're there to talk to voters and help them solve problems, and so I welcome those kind of phone calls from voters. But no, it's not ringing off the hook yet.
All right, and I just want to reiterate that if there's a problem with an absentee ballot that you guys find, you're not sending someone to their house, because I know that that's happening in different places, but you are sending mail.
Right. We are not sending people to voters' houses. We are sending letters. I know that there's organizations that have been sending people to doors, but that is not official Guilford County or any county Board of Elections.
All right. This person just texted in, just a comment, not a question. The Board of Elections has done a great job. The hours and number of sites for early voting were great. Better access than a whole lot of other places, so thank you.
We had a lot, and I really appreciate that.
Yes, it has been a long week, and it's only been like a half a week, but it's already been that. Charlie, we so appreciate you taking time, especially with all the things going on, to answer the questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so folks at home, if you want to make sure your vote is counted, you just listen to all the different things that we talked about, what the canvas is and all of that. We want you to head to WFNYnews2.com. We have an article in the Two Wants to Know section that gives you all of the steps so that you can get the information that you're looking for.